2018 Nissan Micra Hatchback Review. The good points of Nissan Micra Hatchback: edgy design in and out, a decent drive, competitively low emissions, sense of fun, modernity. The bad points of Nissan Micra Hatchback: cramped rear headroom, poor over-slider visibility, quality not on the websites for with Polo. The Nissan Micra has developed into a familiar nameplate since launching in Europe in 1983, marking the Japanese company's small supermini hatchback for 5 generations. It's a recognized rival on the Ford Fiesta, Renault Clio, Vauxhall Corsa and VW Polo. Latterly, it's lived into their shadow, and also the latest version, launched in March 2017, aims to seal the gap for driving quality, style and interior comfort. Those sharp looks now give cars such as Cita Visa something to consider. The best part about it is that Nissan's largely succeeded. The newcomer is light years prior to its predecessor in each and every department. A very modern supermini. On first inspection, the Micra is often a rakish-looking supermini with compact dimensions. However, it's worth noting which it has replaced the Note Minimum 2. Line it against that old Micra and also you realize how significantly larger it really is than its predecessor. It has to appeal to Honda Jazz buyers in addition to more youthful buyers of superminis, which works some way to explaining why it's purely available in practical 5-door form. This signifies that room at the front is plentiful and a couple tall adults will be really comfortable inside first-row seats. However, that sloping roofline cramps rear headroom somewhat. It's acceptable for children, but grown-ups might fight to be comfortable on longer journeys. Driving impressions. As well, like a modern, on-trend wardrobe, the most recent Nissan Micra makes giant strides inside the driving department. Where its Indian-built predecessor was designed like a cheap and cheerful global car, this one's been engineered for European tastes. Although a continuing development of the previous 4th-generation models, the oily bits underneath now deliver. It's an efficient small car-driven automobile, with good comfort levels especially around the smaller wheels, decent performance plus a fun joie de vivre, which means you'll enjoy driving the Micra out or on longer journeys. Choose from your pair of 3-cylinder petrol engines, a 0.9 turbo or 1.0 liter, along with a 1.5-liter diesel 4-cylinder. The latter is unlikely for being a big seller from the UK, since diesel engines carry unfortunately a cost premium that's challenging to stomach with this low supermini cost. Latest deals from Buyakar. Nissan Micra 0.9 IGT Bose Perso. £14,995, or £237 each month. Nissan Micra 1.5 Sin Connecta. £14,000, or £221 every month. See all deals on Nissan Micra. Representative example: representative APR of 7.9%, borrowing £10,509 over 48 months on HP-type finance. The quantity payable will be £250 on a monthly basis, which has a total cost of credit of £1,483 as well as a total amount payable of £11,992. Dennis Buyakar Limited, 3132 Alfred Place, London, WC1E7DPGBO91510558 can be a credit broker regulated by FCAFRN:667368. The verdict. The Nissan Micra originates of age. It's a tiny car we'd heartily recommend and will provide stylish, nonsense fun for the people wanting an urban area runabout or versatile small car. Watch the entire Nissan Micra review more. A collection of petrol and diesel engines. All models offer adequate performance. Our pick would be the 0.9 turbo. The Nissan Micra comes that has a choice of engines at launch, 2 petrol, the other diesel. In time, we expect a hybrid petrol engine for being added as additional option is introduced. Petrol engines. You can choose coming from a 0.9-liter 3-cylinder turbo engine or 1.0-liter naturally aspirated unit. The former's 90 horsepower makes light work of many acceleration with 0.62 miles per hour taking 12.1 seconds, only when you encounter steep hills or regularly carry 4 passengers and luggage or you going to wish for extra thrust. It's impressively refined, lacking the loud, characterful triple-cylinder thrum you'll see in a Peugeot or Citroën equivalent. The other petrol engine will be the non-turbocharged 1.0-liter developing 71 horsepower and 95 Nm, which can be more fitted to driving around town than it can be tackling faster roads and motorways. 0.62 miles per hour use of 16.4 seconds and top speed of 98 miles per hour means written at least this version sounds quite dreary, however it is actually a significant characterful little unit. If all that you do is short urban journeys, its £1,000 saving on the turbo engine can be an intriguing offer. On more open highways and motorway slip roads you'll see the slower acceleration. Diesel engines. There is definitely an admirably refined 90 horsepower 1.5-liter DC diesel likewise, but this can be a niche player inside the UK. The place where a higher price hampers its attractiveness whether or not its 85 GkM CO2 rating and 80 miles per gallon plus economy appeals. On paper, its 11.9 seconds 0.62 miles per hour time helps it be the fastest label of the range, assisted by fulsome pulling power 220 Nm of the USB ports, which means you change gear less often. It's certainly the harder relaxed offering should you regularly venture out around the motorway. A sweet shifting, unobtrusive 5-speed manual transmission may be the only gearbox offered in the meantime, but Nissan is creating a CVT automatic for people who would prefer to have cog swapping prepared for them. A comfortable ride. Decent steering feel, good in corners. Stick with 15 inches or 16 inches wheels for optimum comfort. The Nissan Micra is based for the heavily updated engineering platform of the company's predecessor, beefed approximately improve ride and handling. It's worked. This is really a small hatchback that you'll take pleasure driving, whether out, where it's nippy and straightforward to watch through gaps in traffic, or about the open road. This is a bit more than can be said of their predecessor, which emphasized cost-cutting over corner carving. Show the newest Micra a few bends and it's actually remarkably enjoyable to punt along, having an agile feel and tidy body control. The steering helps here, it's responsive and quick to reply to inputs, without getting class leader. We'd still squeeze evergreen Ford Fiesta and Seat Visa on top of the Micra for outright dynamic prowess, however the Japanese car will no longer falls apart in the first corner. Bright, light cabin has cool ambience. Tailor the dashboard trim for your taste. Immersive Bose stereo option has stunning sound. This is probably the Micra's ace cards. The inside is fizzing with fabulous touches to get a cheap, small car. There's a gently backlit tray pulsing having a disco mirror ball effect to secure your smartphone. By way of example, sometimes more functional features, for example the round air vents, will be more interesting than most. It's a welcoming cabin, with bright, light colors, and Nissan's personalization program enables you to choose 3 different decorative packs to tailor the color of the dashboard and door cards. Select blue, orange and red appliques. The view out is a useful one, although you're always aware with the monobox shape, which pushes the windscreen pillars a considerable ways forward and can make it feel like your baby MPV sometimes. Despite this, front visibility is great. All the minor controls work nicely and are logically outlined. The 7.0-inch touchscreen infotainment system on higher-spec models works effectively and responds quickly to prods and swipes. Syncing with modern smartphones can be a cinch. Far better grades add Apple CarPlay. Android Auto is under development, Nissan promises. A VinToffit was not offered at launch in spring 2017. Great for front seat passengers. Less so inside back, with poor headroom. Ride quality decent. The front seats are of excellent quality for the competitively priced supermini, with sturdy support for one's back and lots of adjustment. The driver's seat on every model moves around, plus the wheel adjusts every way. It's likely you'll find a comfy driving position prior to set off. Just watch out to get a huge blind spot over your shoulder, where that swooping roofline, kinked back windows and craftily hidden rear door handle conspire to rob you of visibility. Opt to get a higher spec model with tinted rear glass, as well as the issue only gets worse. Once around the move, the Nissan Micra generates a surprisingly smooth ride, experiencing the worst road bumps and lumps to shield you from Britain's less well-surfaced roads. It is surely an inherently comfortable small car. Choose from 5 trim levels. Vizia is starter grade, rising to top Techna. Hill Start Assist, Trip Computer Standard. Entry-level Nissan Micras is going to be relatively stripped out. The Vizia grade includes humble 15-inch steel wheels, a rudimentary two-speaker stereo, Bluetooth phone connectivity, lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking instead of a lot else. Step nearly Vizia Plus to incorporate air conditioning and stop-start in order to save you fuel in congested zones. If that seems slightly stingy, Ascent to add 16-inch alloy wheels, body-colored mirrors and handles, cruise control, Apple CarPlay, as well as the excellent 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system. At the top from the Nissan Micra Spectralight and Connect to adding front fog lamps, electro-folding door mirrors, privacy glass, automatic aircon, as well as a leather tire plus the ultimate Techna trim level. The top dog grade expands the alloy wheels to 17 inches in diameter, adds keyless entry, a rear-view parking camera plus the ear-popping Bose surround sound stereo. It seems like a surprisingly premium small car to be able lot bundled in. Perhaps the toughest part of spec'ing your Micra is choosing along with 10 exterior paint choices, 3 interior color packs and 4 exterior styling kits. Nissan claims you will find 125 different color combinations to choose. 5-star Euro NCAP crash test result. Raft of electronic systems and keep you safe. 6 airbags standard across the stove. The Nissan Micra hatchback scored a superb 5 stars inside the Euro NCAP crash test when sampled in 2017. Every model has 6 airbags, ISOFIX attachments back and front, electronic stability control, tire pressure monitoring system and automatic headlamps. Nissan really has thrown your kitchen sink at its small car and complete safety equipment. It packs many features not normally observed in this class. Automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection is standard, therefore the car will apply the anchors autonomously whether or not this detects an impending impact. It was the very first supermini in Europe to present this life-saving feature. And all UK Micras have lane-keeping functionality, traffic sign recognition, as well as the ability to flip most of your beam headlamps top to bottom automatically, to stop dazzling oncoming traffic. Clever stuff. Front seats are certainly roomy. Rear bench is cramped, especially headroom. 300-liter boot, a reliable size. The latest Nissan Micra enjoyed a tremendous growth spurt over its predecessor and reaps the huge benefits. The cabin has become jolly roomy, right in front at least, and there is undoubtedly an abundance of large cubbies and storage areas to store all the paraphernalia of life about the road. You do give the penalty with the swooping roof line, however. It cramps rear headroom significantly. Children are going to be fine inside the back seats, but adults are not too accommodated, such as many rivals, for example the roomy Skoda Fabia. This cramped feel from the back is compounded through the small rear windows, an outcome of experiencing rakish looks that favor a sharply rising window line and low roof. The Micra's boot is really a convenient 300 liters and definitely will easily swallow your family shop or luggage for any weekend away. There's a considerable well beneath the luggage compartment, and that is big enough to look at a full-size or emergency spare wheel, although these are typically cost options. A can of spray gunk is standard. The Micra has brought something of an growth spurt weight against the old curvy car, however it doesn't look it on first inspection, those sharp looks disguise it. Compared with some of the closest rivals, though, the Micra is fairly compact. The Fiesta, Corsa and Divisa are common longer than the Micra. That's nice thing about it for buyers searching for something all too easy to nip about town in and match small parking spaces in. Where you would possibly struggle is to use visibility. The Micra may well be a tiny supermini, though the penalty for striking exterior styling is downed visibility, particularly when you want to look out in the back. Still, the ability to provide parking sensors and 360-degree cameras helps. However, the lens quality with the cameras isn't particularly good. We discounted vinyl flooring, stay with the sensors, and maybe practice your parallel parking in case you're concerned about dings. At 300 liters, the Micra's boot is approximately par to the course for the supermini, having a square space offered that's practical and useful enough for your weekly shop or possibly a weekend away. There's nothing overly clever concerning the setup though, and many may find the loading lip very high, especially when you're lifting heavier items up as well as over it regularly. Folding a corner seats down is not difficult. Examining a 1,004-liter total load area, that's much more impressive than that on the seat of Visa at 823 liters, as you move the Fiesta is able to trump the Micra with 1,093 liters of space. Extra storage around the inside isn't particularly remarkable, though. There are useful door bins along with a couple of extra cubbies dotted about, but that's concerning this when it comes to practicality.